end it, de Blasio. Forget it, Cuomo. Virus is over. Get back to work.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And our first guest today is just a great guy. I've been following him for years on following everything he's been doing since all the way back when he did this thing with Bob Ross. That's why I don't paint. and I've just been a big fan of him for years. He's a stand-up comedian, a sketch comic, he does song parodies, he's an actor. He does it all. And right now he's walking the city streets of Manhattan as we speak. Here he is.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we're open right now, so I'm coming outside to show you how open we are. We're not inside anymore, okay? Not until Cuomo or de Blasio block us down again. We're open. We're going into Times Square. Screw it, all right? That's what this interview is going to do. We're a block away, Don.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me on the show, man. What's going on?
Yeah, this is awesome, man. This is great. So you're now out in the city streets. You're heading to Times Square as we speak.
We speak, a block away. Theaters closed down till who knows when.
It's got to be awesome to be out and about in Manhattan again, but also there's probably a lot less crowds, so it's nice in that regard too.
It's great. I was just downtown, and I take bikes all over the city bikes, and I was just cruising up just now and just flying with the whole. There was a whole city to myself. It was beautiful, and I'm like, enjoy it now because in a month or two it's just going to be jam packed and dangerous when you're on the bike and everything. I'm like, oh, look at this! I have the whole city to myself. So no, it was quite beautiful.
And now you're walking in what normally is an extremely busy area. You're not no mask. You're just out there just doing it.
Yeah, no mask, and everyone's got a mask on, and a lot of people gave me shit online for not wearing a mask, but I figured last year I felt like I was going to die. I was in Europe. I had a problem right over my heart, and I literally was on the street of Barcelona, and I was like, I almost felt like I was going to die.
I could say anything to you right now, and it wouldn't matter.
You don't have to do that to me. Just come as you are.
We love you, Ron.
All it was a muscle tear that was over my lung. But I felt like I was dead. I was going to die for like 4 hours. I really did feel that way. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna live in fear of death. When it's my turn, it's my turn. So when this all came about, I wear the mask, and I think I have it right now. Yeah, because I have to in my building. But if I don't have to wear it outside, I'm not going to. And knock on wood, I've been okay. I've been fine.
Oh, I'm still alive. Yeah, COVID. I'm kind of with you on that. I think when you're outside, you're fine. I think the mask is more just for respect of other people that might be afraid of getting it, or that if you're asymptomatic or any of those things. But I think if I'm you right now, if I'm walking around Manhattan, I'm walking right next to you with no mask on too, man.
But so no, that's the deal. And people on the street, I would say a good 95% of them still have masks on, and when you go into the shops, you have to have it on. Now, before this, I went to Georgia. As soon as Georgia opened up, I went to Georgia because they were opening up because I was getting so tired and bored being up here.
Right.
And then Florida opened up, and I was in Florida for a month.
Right.
And they were completely opened up, and so now New York is, and I think New York's going to come back big too. It's like, a lot of people are nervous about it, but I'm like, we're going to be fine. This is just a little vacation.
I agree.
New York's going to turn around big way. And when Broadway comes back, it's going to go big here, too. I don't know when they're slated to come back, but I think it's going to be good.
I know a lot of comedy clubs are starting to open back up again. I'm not sure if they're open in Manhattan yet, but out here on the island, on Long Island, they are. So that's good to see. It's good to see, like you said, things getting back to normal, some kind of normalcy. And
it was crazy. I mean, I live here, I live right a block away from here, from where we are in Times Square. And just to be walking around Times Square, with nobody here every day. I think I did that for probably a week. Now, look at Times Square. This is why we did this interview outside. Look at this place.
Wow, there we go. We're in Times Square.
Pretty soon, the Dirty Elmos will be here. We'll go over to them right now, the dirty creatures.
They're there
right now. We'll just see if they're there. When I saw a couple of them the other day, and it was just the two of them and no one else because there were no tourists. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? They had their full Batman outfit on, and whoever the woman was. It was just hilarious, though. But at least when I saw them, I'm like, there's hope that they're even coming back.
I think if you go near the Dirty Elmos, you should wear the mask. And that
is a song, la 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 la, Elmo song.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Those are some scary people, much scarier than the virus. And that's what you stay away from. But yeah, so I mean, it's looking good right now. Look at this place.
Wow, so you're right in the heart right now of it.
Yep,
yeah.
I live right here. We're on 46th Street right here, and I live on 46th and 8th. I live a block away.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, so it's good. And again, it's like you said, I was in Florida, and people are like, why are you going back to New York? It's closed, and it's awful, the whole spirit of it. And I said, because it's opening up, and I want to be there when it opens. So
there you go.
This is what it looks like when it opens, and there's no tourists here yet. So it's still,
wow.
It's good. This is
Give us like a pan. Can you just give us a pan?
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Wow.
Can we see the whole thing? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Very cool. Yeah, it's crazy to see it that empty even now. Wow.
I know. Because, I mean, this time.
Wow, this is crazy.
This time any other year, you can barely move through here. You'd be like this. You'd be like walking like this and like this and like this.
Right. You'd be like
this. And it would be just jam-packed. I mean, this place would be in full swing. Are you kidding me? June in New York, it's like everybody comes here from all over the world. Our country and other countries, they got to be here. This is, probably the most famous destination spot. There's so much energy here.
Yeah, one of the most famous spots, right? 6 o'clock in the afternoon. This
Absolutely.
place would normally, on a Tuesday afternoon, evening, would be insane right now, and here you are just walking carefree through there.
It's great.
You got to enjoy it while you can, but
totally. I used to stand right here. That's my spot right here. This spot is right in front of the tickets, and I used to bark for a show at Broadway Comedy Club, which is actually where I perform a lot. They're only a few blocks up, but I used to yell with people everywhere, and I'd be like, and my hook line was, terrible comedy, ladies and gentlemen. We got some awful comedy. The worst comedians you'll ever see right over here. And people would always turn and be like, what the hell? It was that was my hook to get them in.
Right,
but,
nice.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring over here. And so right up here is the famous Caroline's, is a block up.
Oh, there you go. Caroline's Comedy Club.
Yeah. There was one. Nothing's really boarded up. I guess, I don't know if they hit this place, but when I got back a week ago, they have all the streets right here blocked off because they didn't want any looters or protesters coming into Times Square. I mean, are you kidding me? All these windows.
Oh, forget about it.
The kind of damage they can do. So, yes. Hold on, I don't know if you can hear me right now.
I can still hear you. I hear the sirens, but
hey, you're back in the city. This is. But yeah. So they blocked off all these. They block off the streets at night. They've done it less and less. Here we go.
There you go. Now it feels like New York. Now it feels like.
Look at this value of this interview. You're getting full on 3D human beings everywhere.
This is awesome.
In the heart. You're in the heart, baby.
Yeah, this is great.
Reporting to you live.
Now, since you've been back in New York,
yep,
and you came just in time for the riots and the protests.
Oh, perfect time. Right. Well, I was in Florida. And then I had people here sending me little clips, so those clips that scare the hell out of anybody that's like living a regular life. They're like, oh my God, they're gonna destroy our whole city. That's what the videos all look like.
Yeah,
yeah. They're like, don't come back. Do not come back. They're like, I have like a few friends up here, do not come back. So actually, I think I did delay it a week. And then we were getting closer. I'm like, well, we'll still see. And they're like, it's still not good. And I'm like, I don't care. It's going to open up. People are going to be fine. And, I'm lucky. It has been fine. It's been good. It's been, I think people have been cool. They have protesters still, but, it's very peaceful. It's not the breaking things and destroying things.
Right.
So I think people are getting tired of it. They're in the mood for just enjoying the summer now and not being so angry, whatever the things that are angering them. I think they're letting go a lot of it. I'm sure there's still a lot of people that are still angry, but a lot of people letting go, and they're starting to enjoy it, and that's what it's looking like right now.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
now here we are. You're in the heart of the city, and you don't see any Elmos or anything of anybody
no,
like that.
the Elmos. So normally the Elmos would be right in this area, and they block them all off because they had to make a law. There were so many of them. They
Yeah,
were like
there's
they were just attacking the people, like zombies. And they were like, we got to do something about these people. So they put them in a little area and they have them blocked off. But I don't see any right there. Like I said, there's no reason to be here. If there's no tourists here, there's no reason to be with Dirty Elmo, because that's the whole reason they did. They get a buck off the people, and they're seeing that, oh, there's no tourism here. So why even come here right now? And we're in phase 2, which means that restaurants can now do stuff outside. And then phase 3, which I think is in 2 weeks, is going to be an orgy. They're allowed to do orgies.
Yeah, orgies are back.
Yeah. So phase 3 is going to be inside, and then you can have, I think, half the capacity. Which I'm at a place where I started this speaking with you. I work for the guy over there. Like, we have a show downstairs in a huge showroom. So I want to see if we can maybe do a show in a couple weeks. We'll see if we can do that, because if we just do this, the social distancing and get half the capacity, I would think that we could do a show in there. But it's not. It's not cabaret. It's a weird kind of thing. It's not Broadway. We're just off Broadway. So we're toying with that idea to actually do a show in 2 weeks in New York City, which would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool? You're the first one to do it and get back into it.
Yeah, that would be
Here come
fantastic.
Here come the cars coming down 7th.
Yeah, this is great, man. This is like bittersweet.
I'm loving it. That's what I said. Like, sorry. Hey, so sorry.
No,
The bikers. See, see, it's good though. This is good for the show.
Yeah.
Bikers yelling at me. We got the masked people. I see people without masks. I see a lot of people talking to themselves. So COVID didn't get everybody. A whole lot of homeless. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found the pay. I just found our big payoff. Here we go. You ready, folks?
All right, yes. Let's
Here comes the reveal. Here comes the reveal.
Yeah, we found some Elmos. Wow, you found two Elmos. You think they'll talk to us?
Of course they will, but then they want my money, and I'm not giving it. Don, you're not paying me for the interview.
Spider-Man. Wow,
Spider-Man,
all the celebrities.
and then like a weird Thor. Spidey's here. No, because I can't. I'm doing an interview. I can't give any money.
They all want the money, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. Like, it's like, hey, come over. It's just like everything else.
Yeah.
Hey, come here, excuse me. If everyone's in the street in New York City and they go to you, hello, sir, hi. It's like you go the other way. They're not there. They're not your friend.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't care. And they don't care. Yeah, they don't care about you. And they don't care about being nice to you.
If you find a Statue of Liberty on stilts, then
Run.
hit the jackpot.
Run the other way, right?
Yeah.
So that was it. So we did see them. So those are the 3 that you saw there. It's just, look at them. They couldn't even get me to go over to them. So
That's awesome.
City, Black Eyed Peas.
Wow. Very cool.
It's always cool here. I mean, Times Square is still an amazing place. Like most people, I guess, discussing. Yeah, you don't want to run through this thing when there's tourists everywhere. But this is actually a nice time to go through this, and it's just so cool. No matter what. I mean, I've lived here. I've lived in this area now for 9 years, and I love it. It's got so much energy here.
It never gets old. Yeah, I worked in the city for a little bit at Madison Square Garden, and every day it never gets old. The energy there, especially coming from Long Island, every day in the train in, the energy in Manhattan is like no other in anywhere else in the world. So, and even now, I can feel the energy from you, and it's an empty Times Square, and I can still feel that vibe is still there.
Exactly. And that's a big reason why I wanted to come back to it, because even being in Florida when it was opened up, I'm like, you guys are about as much fun opened as New York is quarantined.
Yeah.
That just sounds right too.
America's back.
It's like, it's just not a fun place. I mean, it's a very nice, relaxing place to go and retire. When you want to give up your life, you go to Florida, just call it a life. But if you get bitten by the New York City bug, and I'm from Connecticut, you're from Long Island, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we both have this as our
Right in the
center
middle.
point. This is the center point where you just come if you like this energy, and I do. And, you know, I love performing, I love theater, and we have all these new shows, FX.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love being back here. And like I said, I think the timing is good. There's people coming back probably after July 4th. There'll probably be more coming then. But I'm like, I want to come right when it's getting back. And it's actually cool seeing things open up and them trying to figure out how they're going to make money, you know, serving and doing the social distancing and the masks as they try to do business again, try to get it going again. And I think it's going to come back fine, like I said. We'll see.
Yeah, this is cool. And it is nice to see it opened up. It's nice to see you walking around. And with all the craziness in the world, it's good to feel kind of that sense of normalcy again.
Yes, it really is. You know, it's about being positive. And even in the throes when people were at their angriest, and you're hearing stuff you can't believe. You got to understand that most people are like this, the way we are today. They just want peace. Sorry. They just want peace and tranquility and enjoy their life and not have hectic, irrational anger. I shouldn't say irrational. There was a lot of anger that, you know, made sense, and you had to understand it, but you don't want to carry that with you every day.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to. It's anxiety. It's burdensome. I certainly got into arguments because you couldn't get in arguments face to face, but arguments online with people. I lost so many friends online, social media and all that.
It's crazy.
It just creates a lot of anxiety, you know. And I was like, you know, was that worth it? I don't mind it because I said what I had to say. I had a lot of strong opinions about a lot of this stuff as it went on, and so some people didn't respect my opinion. It's so funny. I respected their opinion, but they didn't respect mine. And once they didn't respect mine, it was like, you're an asshole.
There you go.
You're this, you're that. I was like, whoa, excuse me.
Wow.
Excuse me for believing what I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there was a lot of that, you know. And so I don't think it's going to be like that. I've definitely backed off with, you know, poking people with some stuff that I'd say in social media. I will occasionally do it if I feel strongly, but I'm like, you know what? Everyone wants to have a good time now. Hopefully the stress is over, and we can get back to just enjoying and laughing and like this weather, like just walking around right now.
Gorgeous day.
It's like been perfect. It's been a week of just perfect days here. It's just been ideal. It's like we had all that awful tumult going on, and then they're like, God came and said, all right, now we'll just give you perfect days. Now, how are you going to deal with this? You going to get along? Can you get along with each other? I'll give you the best weather to get along with each other.
Exactly.
How are you going to get mad at somebody right now when it's 70 degrees with a cool breeze?
Yeah, it's, you know.
Loser.
Well, speaking of opinions and all that kind of stuff, I want to take you through this little segment we have called This or That.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this, or you can get with that.
Okay.
Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot?
Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster is real.
Bill Cosby or Chris D'Elia?
Oh, Bill Cosby. Look, that's a funny one. What a funny two pairing. What a pairing.
Bill Cosby will get a chance at freedom thanks to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court.
Yeah, Bill Cosby, the old Bill Cosby.
Ron Jeremy or Jeremy Piven?
Jeremy Piven, you got to be. I just watched, what's that? What was the show? Entourage. I just watched that over the pandemic. He's so good in that.
Who you with? You better step it up.
Got MILF?
NASCAR or Formula One?
Do I have to answer that one? I'm not a race car guy, so I wouldn't even NASCAR. It sounds cooler.
Led by reigning Cup Series champion Kyle Busch in green and their crews, the entire garage area has rallied around Bubba Wallace and the number 43 today.
Formula One sounds like something you give to your baby, right? You're a dad, right?
Yeah, it's in Formula One.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton or Christian Bale?
Oh, Michael Keaton.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Oh, I love Christian Bale too. He's a great actor, but Michael Keaton. You got to go with Keaton. He's funnier. I'll tell you a guy that's a little more lighthearted than the guy yelling at the guy on set. You get here in my eye line.
No! Don't shut me up. Am I gonna walk around and rip your fucking lights down in the middle of a scene? Then why the fuck are you walking right through? Da-da-da-da, like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Oh, Fallon. He's got that music talent. I love music.
Whip my hair back and forth.
Musical talent.
30 Rock or Third Rock from the Sun?
30 Rock, definitely 30 Rock.
Listen to yourself, Pete. I mean, I don't want to sound racist, but that Peter Pocket might be a terrorist.
Bob Ross or Rick Ross?
Bob Ross. Are you kidding me?
White man with an afro, a giant palette in my hand. Always wearing those 70s blue jeans, painting portraits of the land.
Mets or Yankees?
Yankees fan. Always a Yankees fan. I'm a New York fan, and I do like the Mets, but Yankees fan.
Andrew Cuomo or Perry Como?
Anything off of Andrew Cuomo. Yes, Perry Como. I don't even know what Perry Como sings, but Perry Como.
I'll be there for you to care for you. The laughter and the tears.
Cancel culture or culture club?
Oh, gotta be. I tumble for ya. I tumble for ya. I tumble. Gotta be Culture Club. Boy George.
I'll tumble for you.
There you go. I think we already have the answer to this next one. Is mask or no mask?
Yeah. I mean, you know the answer to that. No mask. So look at. I got it.
Hey, there you go.
I got it on me. I'm representing.
There you go.
But this is voluntary. I don't think I'm going to be doing it.
Chaz or Chop?
What's Chop? I love Chop.
They changed the name from Chaz to Chop.
Oh, really? I had no idea. I thought that was the TV. There's a place you can eat here called Chopped, I think. That's what I think. It's like salads. So I'll go with Chopped salads.
You can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this.
And finally, we got John Bolton or Michael Bolton.
Oh, Michael Bolton. I'm from Connecticut. Michael Bolton he used to live in Westport, Connecticut. So it's got to be Michael Bolton. Yep.
Yeah, well, at least your name isn't Michael Bolton.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that name.
There was nothing wrong with it until I was about 12 years old, and that no-talent ass clown became famous and started winning Grammys.
Very cool. And that's it. That's our this or that. That was great. Thank you for doing that with us.
Of course, Don. Of course.
You can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this.
Also, before I let you go, we just want to know, where could everybody find you and online and see some of your stuff?
You know, so you just look at Ron Barba, RONBARBA. You can look at Ron Barba for my Facebook and Instagram, and then I'm going to be doing a couple of these plays on Zoom, which I hate Zoom, but I'm in some really funny and good plays coming up, and they're coming in. The first one's going to be in July 12th. I mean, that's a long ways away. Yeah. But there's nothing going on inside. So Zoom, I'm doing a reading for this play called Walter's Dead, and it's really funny. So just if you just plug on me on Facebook or Instagram, you know, I post whenever I'm doing stuff pretty regularly to get people interested.
Excellent.
Yeah, buddy. Absolutely.
Well, Ron, I really appreciate you taking time and taking us through Manhattan right now. This is awesome.
This is great. I had a great time with you, Don. I hope you enjoyed it. We're on 6th Avenue now. We're going to keep going. New York's coming back. We've got Phase 3 coming. The orgy, like I said, in 2 weeks. So, you know, New York is back, and it's coming back. So, you know, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. That was a great talk.
Yeah, you're awesome. I love you, man. I've been following you for a long time. It's good to finally get kind of a face-to-face with you.
Absolutely.
So God bless, man. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to 2 weeks with the big orgy. It's going to be fantastic.
We'll get our grapes ready.
Take care. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Don. Thank you so much for having me, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hey, y'all. This is Ken Pichelle. You are watching Hood Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up, affectionately known as PUSUSU, here on GOVS Comedy Club Radio, Facebook, YouTube, Boxcast. Wait, Boxcast? We on TV! We on TV, y'all! Another one. a radio, oh, but why just audio? Cause we on TV, we on TV, we on TV. Yeah, we on TV. We on TV.